Hello, my beautiful sisters. Today on my vlog entry, I want to talk about parenting while on your healing journey and your self-love journey. See, let's talk specifically about dealing with your children that's in relationships. See, my daughter is 19 years old and she's in a relationship, and the relationship is not going the way that she wanted to go. And she is doing things outside of self that doesn't resonate with self, and it's really turned her into something that is not true to self. So me being her mom, I want to save her from that. And realizing that I can't bothers the out of me. And another thing that came up for me is that it really hurt my feelings and I had to cry. I literally cried this shit out, and it resonated with me that my daughter is repeating my traumatic relationship cycle. And it hurts because she is 19 and she was with me from the beginning. She's seen all of my BS. She's seen the traumatized mom, the helicopter mom, the Rose Jones that didn't love herself, the Rose Jones that sacrificed herself. She's seen all of that. And to watch her transform into that, well, she's a lot better than me, but I can see some of the shit that I accepted, her accepting, and it bothers me, and I want to save her from that. And because she embodied my BS, so instead of me trying to save her, I try to sit with her and understand and give her knowledge and stuff like that. So that's what this blog is about today. I want to give all the women who are experiencing the same type of things with their teenage daughter. I want to give you some advice on some things that I am doing to help my daughter fix her relationship with herself and convert that relationship with herself into more healthier relationships, because it's hard to give advice when someone's seen the worst of you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people hold on more to the bad part of you than the good part of you. Like, even though I'm showing up more as a mother and I'm showing up as a better version of myself in the last 5 to 6 years, remind you, before that, it was 15 years of BS that she was dealing with. With me, I was a helicopter mom. I was overly protected. She watched me in domestic violence relationships. She watched me get beat. She watched me get disrespected. She watched me sacrifice me. She watched me not give a fuck about who I was and how much I didn't love me. So how can I want her to be better than me? Because I am her example. How do I expect her to just know how to love herself when it was time for her to be in a relationship and I didn't take those steps to embody that in her? You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you how I am doing that in my healing journey as a healing mom, and how I am trying to help my daughter navigate loving herself so that she can be in a healthier relationship. So the first thing is to have a conversation. First, ask her for permission to insert yourself into their conversations, because sometimes we insert ourselves into places that people didn't give us access to. So I like to ask her, like, is it okay if I give you some advice or I have an input about what's going on in your relationship? You know what I'm saying? I ask for that permission. And then as she give me permission, yes or no, then if she grants me the permission, I tell her what I have observed and what I have seen. And then I ask for further permission to ask if I can give her advice on what I have seen. And she'll say yes or no. And she usually say yes. She's very open to hearing what I have to say. Do she always take it and run with it? No. Sometimes she leave it right where it was, where I gave it to her. She'll leave it on the table. She might come back later and pick it up. But sometimes she leave it right there because maybe she's not ready for it. But then I'll give her advice on what I observed and how she can counteract it in a more positive way. You know what I'm saying? So the biggest issue that I have when we're having a conversation is trying to convince her that the person that I was and the person that I am today is not the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like, she sees that I am changing. She sees that I am more healthier and I'm more open and more vulnerable with them. But again, sometimes people hold on to who you were, not who you are becoming or who you are today. And I'm not, this not to say that my daughter thinks that I'm a bad mother. It's just that she is trauma bonding with her boyfriend, if that makes sense. And his mother, then situation is really bad. And she wants that bond with him. And she's using that past version of me to connect with him. And if she acknowledged that the version of me that sits in front of her today is not the version of me 15 that she had over 15 years ago, within her 15 years of life, that means that she's no longer have anything in common with him. And I cannot make her release that. She has to do that herself. She has to come to that realization that my mom that sits in front of me today is no longer that person. And I do that by having conversations with her. And I hope her understand my process and how far I came, where I was dealing with the BS that she was dealing with, and the work that I put in, and how I am now implementing a new way of living and a new way of loving myself, which reflects on how I love other people, if that makes sense. So it's just having conversation, being vulnerable and being open. That is the first step. And just explaining to your kids your journey. And they're like, don't understand. I totally understand what you're going through, and stay in a judgment-free zone. Do not make your kids feel like you are judging them or making them feel some type of way, or you feel some type of way. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Take it or leave it. And I am not judging you, regardless if you stay in this situation or you don't. I am here and I'm going to love you wholeheartedly, regardless of the decision that you make. Second is figure out if your kids is interested in moving forward to move beyond this situation. If they are, figure out what medium they like to absorb information is. If that's writing, watching videos, is it talking, having conversations, or is it reading a book? Whatever medium it is, figure that out. And whatever medium that is in, send them resources. Send them inspirational videos. Send them, give them journal prompts. Give them books to read. Have more, if it's conversation, have more of those vulnerable conversations with them, or get them into therapy where they can have vulnerable conversations with other people. You know what I'm saying? Just get them talking, get them moving, get them thinking, get them what I call root chasing, get them digging. We gotta dig to get to the bottom of what is going on. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say do that is the resources is because right now, even though you could talk to them, you are not a resource. We think that we are a resource. We are not the resource, because in their mind, we are the problem. Because my daughter is trauma bonding with him, I am the problem. I am the problem. So I am not currently the resource that she needs, but I'm willing to provide her the resource that she needs so that she can see what is actually going on and she can start developing that loving of self. Okay. And third, I don't know what number I'm on. I don't know if I'm first, second, or third. I don't know what number I'm on. But lastly, love your child, regardless of the choice that they make. Allow them to know that I am here with you through this process. I am a safe place. You can tell me whatever you need to tell me, and you don't have to feel like it will be a consequence to what you're saying. And most of the consequences that they're scared of is that you will stop loving them for a choice that they made. My love for my kids is unconditional. They get on my nerves. They drive me crazy. They can piss me off. We can have a heated debate. And the next thing, I am loving on my kids because they know that they can challenge me. They can challenge my words. They can challenge my thoughts. They can challenge my discipline and not get consequences because we have a say-so in who we are and who we're becoming. So just let your kids know that you are a safe place, that they can talk to you, that they can explore with you, that they can be them and make mistakes with you, and that you will help guide them through the mistakes if asked. And you will be a resource when they're ready for that resource to be you. And that is it for today's vlog. I hope that this helps someone understand and helps someone that's on their healing journey really get a new way of dealing with their teenage and their day. I hope them navigate the generational curses that you gave them. Okay. We're going to delete all this one. So I hope, well, that's it for today's vlog. And I really hope that the women that's out there with their children or teenagers that is in that dating stage, and hope they'll navigate those generational curses that was inherited to their children. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really hope that this help. If you got some more topics that you want me to talk about that when it comes to your teenagers or on your self-love and self-healing journey, drop it in the comments and I'll make a video about it and we'll see how it goes. And I'll tell you what I'll be doing in my real life. You know what I'm saying? So maybe my baby will come over here and we could talk about it. We could give you an example of how our conversations go. But she's shy, so she probably won't let me do it on tape. But we'll see. Well, that's it for today's vlog. Until next time, signing out, your sister through love, Rose Jones.